Imagine yourself walking through an endless desert, where every step feels heavier than the last. The scorching sun mirrors the pressure of life's difficulties, and the horizon always seems out of reach. How many times have you felt this way? Lost, exhausted, and alone, wondering if anyone truly understands your pain? This journey, which feels endless and solitary, is something many of us know too well. But what if I told you that someone knows every detail of what you're facing? I know your struggles, your pain, and the burdens you carry. These words may seem distant at first, but let me assure you, they are as intimate as a whisper to your heart. Have you ever stopped to consider that your struggles don't go unnoticed? There's a greater power watching over you with care and compassion, following every step of your journey. Think for a moment about the magnitude of this truth. I created you for a reason. Isn't it incredible to think that your existence is no accident, that you were created intentionally, with a purpose, even if you can't always see it? Maybe life's circumstances have tried to convince you otherwise, but there is a promise that has never changed. Even when times were tough, even when you felt alone in the dark, someone never took their eyes off you. Now stop and imagine this. Someone holding you so close and tenderly that the weight of the world seems to melt away for a moment. You have my full attention, and I hold you close to me. These words are a powerful reminder that you are not forgotten. No matter how scary the path may seem, or how many times you've lost your way, there is a constant, unchanging love that surrounds you. A love that declares, "Nothing can take you away from my love." But how is that possible? In the midst of life's confusion, fear, and difficulties, where do we find the strength to keep going? The answer lies in a sacrifice that changed everything. Even when you're scared and overwhelmed, when life becomes too hard, know that I sent my son Jesus to take on the things you cannot handle alone. These words aren't just a statement, they are an offering, an outstretched hand to help you carry what feels unbearable. Think about the weight you're carrying right now. Maybe it's guilt, pain, regret, or fear. Now imagine a greater power saying, "Let me carry that for you." It's not about being perfect or having all the answers, but about trusting the one who understands your limitations and loves you despite them. Jesus took on everything that was too heavy for us so that we could find rest and peace. What does this mean for you today? It means that no matter what you're facing, you don't have to face it alone. There is a love that is unshakable, a promise that is eternal, and a presence that will never leave you. You may feel lost right now, but remember, your story doesn't end here. This is just one chapter, and the author of your life is working on something greater than you can imagine. So take a deep breath, lift your head. There is someone who knows every tear you've shed, every battle you've fought, and every doubt that has ever troubled you. And he is saying to you today, I know your struggles, your pain, and the burdens you carry. I created you for a reason, and even when times were tough, I never forgot you. You have my full attention, and I hold you close to me. Nothing can take you away from my love. Even when you're scared and overwhelmed, when life becomes too hard, know that I sent my son Jesus to take on the things you cannot handle alone. As we reflect on these words of comfort and hope, it's important to dive deeper into what they mean for our daily lives. How can we live with the certainty that we are not alone? How can we internalize this unshakable love that has been promised to us? This message is not just theoretical, but deeply practical, transforming our perspectives and actions. First, imagine the difference it makes to know that you don't have to carry your burdens alone. This truth changes everything. When we understand that you have my full attention and I hold you close to me, we're challenged to let go of the habit of struggling in silence. What does that mean? It means opening your heart in prayer, even when words seem to fail. It means trusting that every thought and emotion is heard and understood by the one who created you. Think also about the idea that nothing can take you away from my love. This statement is not just a beautiful phrase, it is a foundation. Even on days when we fail, when we feel unworthy, the love remains. It isn't based on what we do, but on who we are to God. This kind of love gives us freedom. Freedom to start over, to forgive ourselves and others, and to walk forward with confidence. But how does this translate into action? One important step is recognizing that you were created for a reason. Life may have made you question your purpose, but every breath you take is a testament that you matter. Start seeking ways to live aligned with that purpose. Maybe it's through small acts of kindness, or perhaps it's dedicating time to what brings joy and peace to your heart. Remember, even the smallest actions can have an eternal impact. Another powerful aspect of this message is the idea that Jesus was sent to take on the things we cannot handle alone. This challenges us to let go of control, something many of us struggle with. It's not about giving up, but about trusting. Trusting that there is a greater plan, even when everything feels chaotic. This surrender is freeing and allows us to face challenges with new strength. In everyday life, this might mean pausing in the midst of stress and saying, "I can't do this alone. Help me." It might mean seeking support in a faith community, or even sharing your struggles with someone who can pray for you. These small actions are practical ways to live out this truth. Finally, consider the impact this message can have on those around you. When we live with the certainty that we are loved and cared for, it overflows. You become a light to others who may be facing the same struggles. Your words of encouragement, your willingness to listen, and even your example of faith can be a powerful reminder that they too are not alone. As we reach the end of this message, remember that you're not just hearing these words, you're receiving an invitation to transform your life. Everything shared here points to a greater truth. You are loved unconditionally and are never alone, no matter how challenging the journey may seem. This is your moment to embrace that promise with all your heart and let it guide you. Now, imagine the impact this message could have on others. Think of those around you who may be fighting silent battles, carrying burdens that feel impossible to bear. You can be the light in their lives, a channel to share this love and hope. Sometimes, a simple act, like sharing a message of encouragement, can completely change someone's day. So, we invite you to take action. If this message has touched your heart, if you felt it brought peace or clarity, don't keep it to yourself. Like, comment, and share this message so it can reach even more people. Let us know in the comments how this reflection resonated with your life. What part touched you the most deeply? Is there someone in your life who needs to hear this? Tag them or send this message to them directly. Together, we can spread hope and love in a world that needs it so much. You are not alone, and now you have the chance to be a beacon of light for others. Accept this calling and see how even the smallest acts can make a big difference. Let's embark on this journey of faith, love, and transformation together.